is Madison and welcome back to another video. I am looking really rough right now because I feel like trash mentally and emotionally and physically right now. It's 1 p.m. on Sunday. I just completed my first week of school, Monday through Friday in person. I'm tired. I don't feel good. So we're gonna change that. I'm going to take my shower, I'm gonna make my bed and actually open my curtains so I actually get some real sunlight in my room. I'm gonna plan out my week for homework, and then I also just want to do stuff. I want to see if I can practice parking and practice putting and just try to get my life together and try to feel motivated to do stuff again. I also want to read a ton this week and today, so I need to get off my butt and actually do something, you know, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, it's not much, but I don't know, it just feels nice not to have just everything strewn everywhere. I have all of my homework and things I need to do right here, and now I'm going to grab my chorus schedule and copy down all the events. I love this folder. It's really, really pretty. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I have it already in my planner. So yeah, I feel pretty good now that I have everything laid out with what I need. Now I get to talk about my reading for the week, which is always my favorite part of a vlog. I'm kind of in a reading mood. I'm not like, oh my god, I want to read everything right now. I think I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with my reading again, but I just need to not stress. Like, I have my TBR, which I still have not edited and uploaded. That will be the next week, even though that's like the end of August. I don't care. So this week is going to be like my reading week, just to read a ton, read the stuff I enjoy, and don't stress about it too much. The first book I thought I was going to read for this week was going to be An Emotion of Great Delight by Tahereh Mafi. This is a book I checked out from the library, so sorry for the very reflective cover. I'm going to put it down now. I do really like this cover though. Okay, I'm going to put a picture of the cover right here. I really do like this cover. It's really, really pretty. But this book, so I got up to chapter 5, page 31 last night, and then I didn't like it. I went ahead and went to bed when I thought I was going to be able to stay up way later and read a ton more of it. For me, it was the writing style. It was trying to be all like lyrical, and lyrical writing to me is okay when it's done well, but this writing was just really, really bad. It reminded me of the writing in Shatter Me, which I tried reading like less than 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, and I really, really did not like it. It's by the same author, but this is the very first paragraph, and this is what it says. The sunlight was heavy today, fingers of heat forming sweaty hands that braced my face, dared me to flinch. I was stone still as I stared into the eye of an unblinking sun, hoping to be blinded. I loved it. Loved the blistering heat, loved the way it seared my lips. It felt good to be touched. It's strange. And then also, I get there's supposed to be some kind of mystery element to it, but the main character is just, I don't know, I'm getting weird vibes from it. Also, I started looking up Goodreads reviews, and it turns out the representation in this is very, very harmful and not good, like at all. So you know, I'm just, yeah. We're done there. I'm DNFing that book, sorry, but I don't want to read it if it is harmful for representation and then also just reads like that. It's just not enjoyable. I feel like there's only one book now by Tahereh Mafi that I actually like, which is A Very Large Expanse of Sea, and even then the representation in there is not like the best, but I enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. Probably now I would think more like 4 or 4.5, but at the time I really loved it. It put me through all the emotional turmoil and you just wanted the characters to be okay. I think that's gonna be the only book by her that I'll actually enjoy. I just want to get back into like enjoying my stories and everything. So I have one option for a book that I'm gonna read today real quick that I think I'll really enjoy. I have the physical copy right here, but that is Full Metal Alchemist Volume 2. This of course is the manga series that the beloved anime is based on. I read the first volume back in May and absolutely loved it, and so I'm so glad to have the second volume in my hand, and I think I'm going to go ahead and start it. That right there looks like my dog licking us. Later, it's now like 4:30 and I had to leave to go run some errands again and do some driving practice. It did not go well. I'm really frustrated with myself, but it's okay, we'll live. I did end up getting this far into Full Metal Alchemist before I had to leave, and I plan on continuing with it in a minute. However, one of my streamers is streaming, started streaming while we were out, and I'm going to watch the VOD while I do some either math or social studies work, just to multitask, because I have a really hard time being able to sit and watch videos. Like, I had to be doing something during that, so I thought I would go ahead and do some work, and then as soon as I finish watching that, I'll get back to reading. But yeah, that's a short little update, and now time to go do some homework. Finished my math. That's due Friday, so I won't have any math homework this week. Now it's time to get back to reading. Yeah, so we're gonna go do that. It's now like 8:20 and I just finished volume 2 of Full Metal Alchemist. I need the next volume immediately. Oh my gosh. The way it ends is just, I'm so excited for the next volume. And I'm very excited to get to it very soon. I really want to binge the entire series, but I'm trying to savor it a bit because I'm just absolutely in love with it. I think I'm gonna give this volume 4.5. Not quite as strong to me as the first volume. This one definitely has a lot more plot. We're very much getting into like the story, and I can definitely see where it's going. But for me, the first volume was just so much fun because you got introduced to all these characters for the first time, and you really got to understand their motivations and their goals. Whereas with this one, not so much. But there was still a ton of really heart-wrenching, heartbreaking stuff that I was not ready for at all. And real quick, I'm going to talk about one minor spoiler from this volume, so if you don't want to see it, skip to the timestamp I have listed below. But okay, what the heck? That whole thing about a chimera and mixing a dog and a human together, and like the alchemist used his own daughter. Well, first he used his own wife, and then he used his own daughter and the dog, and like I'm traumatized, like the poor child. And then the one scene, this scene right here, where Al is saying I'm sorry to Nina, and she just keeps saying I want to play. You know, she wants to go back to how it was before, and like I wanted to start, like that's the point where I think I showed my face, and like I was trying not to cry because that, oh my gosh, that man was a monster. And then like I wanted to hold out this hope that she would be okay, that she would be transformed back into herself, but she wasn't. She was killed by Scar. And I was like, excuse me? I was not ready for that. I was not mentally ready for that. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about how there's one villain in this story. There's a ton of different villains throughout the story, but one of them, I think it's so interesting to talk about the hypocrisy in both like the government and then also like the rebellers, like how there's no real good side, that there's so many morally gray sides, and it tackles some really mature, really heavy topics really well, like with the type of nuance and subtlety I would expect of a prose novel, and it's really good. It's so good. So 4.5, maybe 4.75. It was just phenomenal. You know what? I'm gonna make that a 5. It's gonna be 5 stars. It was just, now that I'm talking about it, it's just so good. But now we get to go on to my first prose novel of the vlog that I'm so excited to read, and that is Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston. I'm so excited for this one also. It's gonna be so intriguing. I'm so excited to see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna start this, I think right now, and read for about an hour and then go ahead and go to sleep because I know I'll be tired. So that's my plans. Let's get started. Is Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston. So this novel is the sequel to Heart of Iron, and I read that in another vlog. I'll have it linked above, but I loved that book. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was phenomenal. I love those characters, and it was so much fun to really just get invested in the story again. This is a science fiction retelling of Anastasia, and this is the book I want to start next after Full Metal Alchemist. So oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get back into this world. It is fairly long, but it's shorter than the last book. It's 424 pages, but I will say this series, it's so fast-paced. The writing is amazing, and it's one of those stories that I consumed really quickly because I wanted to know what was happening, and it's so good. It is so good. Please read it. It's so underrated. It's amazing. I love it. Holds my heart. I'm so excited for the sequel and the finale. I want everything to be okay with these characters. Please. So that's the next book I'm going to be reading. instead of starting Soul Stars, I decided to go ahead and edit a bit. So I just got a little bit done, not too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll of course be waking up at 5 a.m. and exercising and showering. But in between that, I can get some more editing done in the morning also. So yeah, and then I'll do some homework, and then I'll do most of my work at school, and then I'll come back and edit tomorrow, and then also read some in between there too. But I just thought I would give you a small little update and say hi. Okay. Why is it that my favorite characters always have to die? Or like at least almost die. So I'm put through emotional turmoil while I'm at school. Because that's what happened today while I was reading Soul Stars. So listen, I didn't read anything yesterday. It's currently Tuesday. I didn't read anything yesterday. I was busy doing homework for the week, getting ahead on all that, plus I edited everything you just watched, so the first like 15 minutes of this video. And then today I picked this up and I got to part 2, past part 2, read 95 pages of this at school, and I think I'm emotionally broken. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but like, seriously, my favorite characters always just have to get like mortally injured. And it's awful. It's so awful, especially when you have characters that not only you care about, but they also care about your favorite character, and so you get to see all the pain they're going through, and it makes you just want to cry. That's the place I'm in right now. So, yeah, I'm going to continue reading this right now because I have no other homework to do. Stayed home from school today. You could probably hear it. If you can't, my throat is not feeling the best right now. I'm like losing my voice and this is really painful. But I thought I would go ahead and update the vlog, even though, yeah, we're having issues. I am not feeling the best and everything, but I wanted to update it because I've been loving Soul Stars. I'm currently on page 243, and I read like 150 pages yesterday. I couldn't put it down during school, which was probably not the best idea, but it was just so phenomenal. I walked into chorus 2 days in a row, kind of having a meltdown about this book and the characters and everything that was happening. One of my favorite characters, I was like, they died and came back to life and then were in a coma and then die again, and it was blah 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 blah, and I'm like yelling this and everything, and all my friends are laughing because I'm freaking out over this. It was so great and it was so much fun. I was also having so many reactions in the middle of my history class when I was reading, having to put the book down with certain reveals, and it was so good. It's so good, and I cannot wait to continue reading. I think things are starting to look up for our characters, and I'm so excited to see. I'm so ready. But yes, loving Soul Stars, everything. As always, I want to hug it to my chest because I just want to hug it forever because it's so amazing. Like, oh my gosh, words can't describe it, and I know I don't sound that energetic because I don't feel like sounding energetic, but trust me, it's so good. And yeah, so good. Oh my gosh, I want to keep reading. This is really making me just fall. This series reminds me why I love reading. It's amazing.